Welcome to Learning for Knowledge channel pages. We will continue in the organic chemistry, and today's topic is nomenclature of hydrocarbons. Part 1 of this series is related with the nomenclature of alkanes. This lecture is useful for those who want to understand or learn organic chemistry, especially the students of FSC second year class, IGSC, and A-level, O-level students and grade 12 students. So what is nomenclature? Basically, it would be impractical to remember the names of every molecules, and would also be impossible to memorize the name of every compound. And it is very difficult to remember the names of these or lot of organic compound by heart. So a systematic way of naming molecules and are the rules for how to give a name to a molecules. The IUPAC, which is the abbreviation of International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry, they have formulated some principles to name these organic compounds. The basic principle for the naming of these compound is each different compound should have a different name. So thus, on the basis of this principle, there are certain rules formulated by the IUPAC. What is the basis of this? Now, through this systematic approach, we can name different millions of non-organic compounds. The basic rule, systematic approach of nomenclature is based on this principle or this structure, which contain three parts. First is prefix, parent, and then third part is primary suffix. Prefix basically is the substituents. What is the substituent? Any compound or group which replace the hydrogen present on the long chain hydrocarbons. Second is parent or stem or root. This is basically number of carbon atom present. And third is primary suffix, which shows the functional group. So, what is parent name? The longest carbon chain in the compound determines the parent root name, and some of them are given below. Basically, first important thing in this nomenclature is we have to select a longest chain which contain highest number of carbon atom, and these names are then named as shown in this table. If it contain only one carbon, I just use the abbreviation of meth. Then if we have 2 carbon, it is eth, 3 prop, and 4 but, and 5 pent, etc. And the second thing is primary suffix. What is primary suffix? The term suffix means a group of letters added to the end of a word to make another word. Thus, primary suffix is the term which is added to the parent name alk to sum the saturated or unsaturated nature of the carbon chain. For example, name of chain. This is a saturated where all the carbons have single bond, and its name primary suffix name as ane, and complete name is alkane, which is the series. If it has one double bond, then ene, we add ene in the name of the compound. If we have a triple bond, we add ine in the name of this compound. So what is alkane? This lecture is composed of the nomenclature and naming of the alkane. So what is alkane? The first homous logo series of hydrocarbon is called alkane and represented by a journal formula CnH2n plus 2. What this formula? How we can explain this formula? That if we have a 1 carbon, then C1H2 into 1 plus 2. So this becomes CH4. The next series comes up to be, if n is equal to 2, then it is C2H 2 into 2 4 plus 2 H6, C2H6. and their name, as I previously explained, used by some based on the number of carbons. Now this is a complete list of 10 first member of carbon atoms present in this series. So first is CH4. So because this is alkane and single bond, so we add A and E at the end of meth. So this become methane. Second, if we have two carbon atoms, then we add ane at the end, which is suffix, and it become ethane. Because there is no substituents present, so there is no prefix in this name, in these names. So methane, ethane, propane, and this is nonane and decane. These are the first 10 members of this alkane series, homologous series. There is another important thing before we will study the rules or numbering principles. This is alkyl group. What is alkyl group? The group derived from one of these alkanes by removal of a terminal or end hydrogen. Like if we have this CH4, if we remove one hydrogen, then this is becomes CH3, and we name it, instead of methane, we replace this A and E from the alkane to YL, and this become methyl. In general, when we remove A and E from alkane and replace it with YL, then it become alkyl. So these are the examples. If we have a butane which contains 4 carbon atoms, then if we remove one hydrogen, it will become butyl. In case of methane, it is methyl. And very important thing, the free valency, that is the hydrogen removed, must be at the end of terminal carbon, not at any of the middle carbon. Then propane, if we remove one hydrogen, this will become propyl. So the orange bond shows the point of attachment which are present at the terminal side of these molecules. Now we will start the rules for naming alkanes. These are general rules. Alkanes are named according to the following rules. As I already talked about, that first we have to select longest possible chain of carbon atoms. So length of chain determines the parent name by numbering the carbon atom. That is, in the previous slide when I explained you the 3 parts, the middle part which is the parent name, it is determined by the longest carbon chain. So the longest chain in the given formula contain 5 carbon atoms, so its name is pentane. This I am talking about this. So we have 5 carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now chain can also be turned on this 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can see that we have to select the longest chain. So this is the longest chain, and it contains 5 carbon atom, and there is no double or triple bond. All carbons are attached with a single bond. So this is alkane, and name become pentane. So the carbon atoms which are not part of the chain are called substituents. This is substituent, this is not the part of change. As I already explained, this become prefix in the name. So this is pentane. Now write the location, number at which substituent is attached, and name of substituent before the parent name or stem name. So because the name of this longest chain compound is pentane, now there is one hydrogen is replaced by this CH3. So CH3, it's come from methane to methyl, and it is attached at 3rd position. So its name become, we have to refer the position of this substituent which is at 3. So 3-methyl and then pentane. Keep going on the numbering principle. The start numbering. Now it is very important, as I already explained, that number the longest chain. So start numbering from that end which is near to the substituent. This example explains this phenomena. How? We have first of all we select the longest chain. So this is the longest chain which contain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 carbon atom. So these are connected through a single bond. So this is heptane. Now there are 3 substituents. From where we will start numbering? Numbering must be start where the substituents numbering become lowest. So if we will start numbering from this side 1, 2, 3, 4, then we'll find that at second position there is a methyl group, then fourth position and fifth. If we will start numbering from other side, then the first substituent come at third position. So as per rule, we have to start the numbering from that side where substituents numbering is lowest. So this compound name, which is heptane, now there are three groups. So first we will mention the position 2, 4, 5. How many groups? 3. So what are these groups? Methyl. So this is 2, 4, 5, 3 trimethyl and then heptane, and this is the correct 3, 4, 6. Now 3 is later than 2, so we cannot start numbering from this side, which will be wrong. So next rule, if different types of substituents are present, they should be named in alphabetic order. This example shows that we have a similar type of substituents group, but now in this rule, if we have a different type of substituent group like ethyl and methyl, so we will start numbering from that side where the group which is alphabetically come earlier than the other one. So first of all, we will select the longest chain. We have 6 carbon atom. We can start numbering from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you can find that both substituents are present at 3 number, whatever side we will start the numbering. But now this group is methyl and this is ethyl. So we will see alphabetical preference. E comes first, then M. So we will start numbering from where ethyl group come closer. So this side we will start numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So its name become, so its name we will got 3 ethyl, 4 methyl. So then 3 methyl, 4 ethyl hexane. And this is another example which the name is written over here, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 carbon, so it is octane. Now ethyl group is present at fourth position if we start numbering from this side, and methyl come at fifth position. And if we will start numbering from this side, then methyl comes at fourth position and ethyl goes on fifth position. So because ethyl or E comes first in the alphabet, so we will start numbering from this side, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So its name become 4 ethyl, 5 methyl octane, not 5 ethyl, 4 methyl octane. Fifth rule is, when two substituents are present at the same carbon, write the number twice. For example, if we have this compound, we will select the longest chain. This is the longest chain, 3 carbons, and the substituents are present at the same position. So we will write the name 2,2-dimethyl propane. 2,2-dimethyl propane. Now we come toward the 6th point. So what is 6? If similar substituents are present more than once, the number of carbon atom to which substituents attach given each time. For in the above example, the both similar type of substituents are present at same position, we gave the name 2,2-dimethyl. Now in this case, when same substituent is present at different position, we will mention the position each time and start the numbering from where the substituents has the lowest number. So prefix di, tri, tetra, etc. So in this compound, which is heptane, there are 3 substituents and we will write its name 2,4,5 trimethyl heptane. Now Seventh, when two chains of equal length compete for selection as the parent chain, choose the chain with greater number of substituents. What this mean? This rule can be explained by looking at this example. I showed this with the two colors green and red. Now this, if we will start numbering from this green 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, and if we, the other option, if we will start numbering 1 2 3 4 5 6, so by numbering from both sides we have same number of carbon, which is longest carbon chain. So this is 10 carbons. Now from where we will start numbering? We will start or select the numbering where maximum number of substituents come on that chain. So if we will start numbering from this red 1 2 3 4 5 6, then there is only one substituent come on this group. And if we will start numbering from this green side 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, then we have substituents on this position 3 4 and 5. So we have 3 substituents. So this chain will be selected in such a way that we have a name of this compound 3,4 dimethyl 5, we have a 4 compound which is butyl, and then 10 of this is decane. So the complete name comes in such a way, because butyl comes, the name of butyl is written in first, we have a 5-butyl 3,4 dimethyl decane. So this is the 7th rule. Now in 8th rule, when branching occurs at an equal distance from either end of the longest chain, choose the name that gives the lower number at the first point of difference, which is, now this is the example which I already explained in some other way. Now you can see this is the 1 2 3 4 5 6, there are different substituents, and if we start numbering from this side, then it will again come at the same place. So if we will start numbering from left side, first substituent come at second position. If we will start numbering from right side, then again the first substituents come at right. So now both positions are similar. So from where we will start numbering? Now we have to go to next step. Next step means after passing 2, then we have to look at other substituents if that substituents must have the lowest number. So if we start numbering from left to right 1 2 3, the second substituent come at third position. But if we will start numbering from right side 1 2 3 4, it comes on fourth side, which is after then 3. So we will have to select the numbering so that the maximum number of substituents got lowest number. So left to right numbering is correct. 1 2 3 4 5 6. So we will say 2 3 5, and all these group are methyl. So trimethyl and 6 carbon atom hexane. This is the correct name. The wrong way of numbering is right to left, which make its name 2 4 5 trimethyl hexane, which is incorrect. Now just there are some special names of some compounds which name at trivial ways. If we have a 3 carbon atom and they are in the same, only you can say that replacement come at the middle. In previous cases we have named the alkyl group and make the condition when there is a terminal hydrogen is replaced or removed, then it becomes alkyl methyl. Now in this case the hydrogen or the bond available, valence available is at the middle, not at the terminal. So there are 3 carbon atoms, so we will, instead of calling it propyl, we call it isopropyl. Similarly, When we have a butyl, these are the 4 carbon atom and fourth CH3 is attached on the middle. So we will call this isobutyl. Whole group is named as isobutyl. Similarly, when we have a 5, then it is called isopentane, and then another way of pentane is neopentane. This is another name of compound. These are the special names for these atoms. Now there are few examples, and it become very easy if you concentrate on the examples, how to make the names or how to write the names of the alkanes. So we will apply the principles one by one in these examples. This is the first example. First of all, select the longest chain. In this step we have selected the longest chain, 1 2 3 4 5 6, or if we will go from this way to this, 1 2 3 4 and 5, there are 5. So this is the longest chain, we selected 6. So when there are 6 carbon atom, its name is, parent chain name is hexane. Now we will substitute, or we will start numbering from that side where we get the lowest number of substituents. So if we will start numbering from here, 1 2 3 4, substituents come at position 4, and if we will start numbering from left to right, then its position come at 3 position. So this group CH3 methyl, CH2 CH3 ethyl. So because ethyl comes, we have to write it earlier than methyl, so its name become 3-ethyl 3-methyl hexane. So this is the way. So if you look in the another example, again this is a compound. First of all, we have to select the longest chain. There are different, you can select longest chain, this 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Now if we go in this way, this is 9, but if we go 10, we can also select from here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So these are the same things, we can start anywhere, no problem. If we start from here, this is substituent. If we start here, this is substituent. Now from where we will start the numbering, this is very important point. If we will start numbering from here, 1 2 3, then at third point this is methyl group, and then 4 5 6, and then here are 2. So, and if we will start numbering from here, 1 2 3 4 5, so from left to right we will get the lowest number for substituents, and more substituents are present if we will start numbering from left to right, because at third position we have 2 substituents, at fifth position we have 2 substituents. If we will start from here, 1 2 3 4 5, then first substituent come although at third position, but at sixth position we will have 2 substituents which are later than 5. So we will start numbering from left to right, and we have a 10 carbon atom, so we name it decane, its parent name, and substituents first 3-ethyl, and remaining all these substituents are methyl, which are present at third position, fifth position, and 8th position. And how many? 1 2 3 4. So we will write the position 3 5 5 8 tetramethyl, and then its name decane. Now there is another example. It is, if you concentrate on these examples, now the naming of alkanes become very easy for you. Now option 1, this is a compound. We will start numbering and select the longest chain. One way of, again I told you that if we start numbering from here or here, doesn't matter, same thing. We will go 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. This is the previous example which is now explaining in this way, and 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, which I already explained to you. Now you can say, by showing this example in 2 different ways, that is numbering from left to right and right to left, we have written the names. substituents numbering. From this, when we move from left to right, 3 3 5 5 8, and if we move from right to left, we have a 3 6 6 8 8. So if we will compare all these numbering, although 3 is common, but for second stage there are 3, we have to prefer the lowest numbering for second position. Here 3, here 6, which is not okay. So that's why we have selected this number 3355 in the previous case, which is 3-ethyl 3558 tetramethyl decane. So by focusing on these few examples, you will able to learn the names. Whatever the compound you will be given, you will easily solve and easily name that compound. There is another example. This is a compound CH3 CH2C CH2C. Now you select the name, which I already, this is the solution basically of that example, and 3-ethyl 3-methylhexane. You can start numbering from here. This is another example. Now select the longest chain. From here you are writing the number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So where is the first substituent? Lies on this. Due to this methyl group, we will prefer the numbering from left to right. If this group is not present, then numbering will start from here, because 1 2 3, this methyl group take the preference, and we write this on the third. Now the position has been completely changed, so we will start numbering 1 2 3 left to right. We will pinpoint the similar groups. Methyl, there are 2 methyl, and then we have another group which contains 3 carbon atom, which is propyl. So this has 9 carbon atom, so we will name no name, and then we will write substituent's name, because methyl will be given preference over propyl due to alphabetical order. So we will write 2,7 dimethyl 6-propyl nonane. This is all about the nomenclature of alkane. You can practice by solving the different structure names. In the next lecture, we will continue with the nomenclature of alkenes and alkynes. If you still not subscribe our channel, please subscribe.